Before this video begins, I do want to quickly mention that even though I'm recording this video on Minecraft Pocket Edition, the tutorial I'm about to give you guys will work on every version of Minecraft. So if you're not a Pocket Edition player and you're watching this, I guarantee you that this will work for you. Got that out of the way. What's up, Agent Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition Redstone video. And today we're going to be taking a look at this pulse lever security lock. Now, for those of you who have been following my Behind Locked Doors series, you already know what this is. I used this exact same concept for level 5 lazy levers. Basically what you're trying to do is you want to pull these levers up and down in a specific order in a specific amount of time in order to get a redstone output. So let me quickly go ahead and do this. And I want to go ahead and mention that yes, I am using a game controller, which isn't a surprise for those of you who watch my channel, but if you guys are using touch controls, you actually have a lot easier time working with one of these because you can just simply tap on the screen in more than one place. And so yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can get this first try. And I think I got it. No, I did not. See, this is one of the difficulties with having a game controller for something like this, is because if you mess up, this is what happens. Yeah. So as you can tell, me having a game controller makes this a little bit more difficult. Did I get it this time? Yes, I did. Okay. So now that the door is open, we can actually go ahead and flick this lever a number of times in whatever directions we want. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything. But as soon as we walk through here and step on the pressure plate, the redstone activates and it closes the door behind us. And we come back out and we have to solve it again. Now, here's all the circuitry behind it. And yes, I know this may look very complicated, but once you understand the process of exactly what's going on here, it's actually very easy to build. It's just time consuming, and at that, it's also very resource expensive. I'm going to go ahead and point that out right now. Now, basically what's going on, these are the pulse lever circuits. They all run into this AND gate. When all of them are on at the same time, it's going to activate this dropper T flip-flop, which is going to send a signal all the way over here and then send the signal all the way back, forcing the door to open and close. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. And so why don't we go ahead and get started with the building. So before I begin, I do want to say again, this is very resource expensive, be aware of that. So in this chest is actually the resources that we need to do. So you're obviously going to need building blocks, which for the purposes of this tutorial, since you're going to be building multiple circuits, I'm going to simply color code them so we don't have to pick this up. You're going to need redstone dust, you're going to need redstone repeaters, you're going to need just one redstone comparator, you're going to need 2 droppers, you're going to need torches, you're also going to end up needing your lever, you're going to need a button or pressure plate or something to deactivate the redstone, and then you're also going to end up needing some form of redstone output. Now again, yeah, this amount of materials may be different depending on how big you're going to be building. Because whatever you decide to build, you may need a different amount of materials than someone else. But just keep in mind, the single comparator and the pair of droppers, I guarantee you're going to need regardless. So I've already gotten this set up for us. We've got our 3 levers, which we're going to be doing the tutorial with. We've got our output, which is a lamp. It doesn't have to be a lamp. And then we have ourselves our button, which doesn't actually have to be a button. It can also be a pressure plate or something. So the first thing we want to do is we want to come out to the back of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to be setting this up. So I'm going to place a block right here and placing a repeater directly behind the lever. Then what we're going to do is it's going to run into a block, which is going to have a redstone torch right here. Then we're going to have a block on top of our torch, and on top of this block is going to be another redstone torch. Now from here, what you want to do is come out one block just like this, and the same with the one on top. You're going to put into a repeater on both of them, and no, not there. There, thank you. And these are also going to be running into blocks as well. Now you repeat this process with every single lever. However, because of the way the circuitry works, you actually have to make adjacent levers a little bit different. So let me go ahead and quickly pull out two more colors. So if I grab this one and then grab this one, okay, so when you have two of these levers next to each other, you actually kind of have to stagger a bit so that the redstone does not interfere with each other. So again, we're going to be putting a block down right here, put a repeater down there, you can put a block in front of it just like last time. Now this time, when you place down your redstone torch, you're actually going to place it on top instead of on the side. And then on top of this torch is obviously another block. And then on top of this block is another torch, and then you follow the exact same process. Now I'm not going to show you guys this more than once. However, there's one last thing you need to be aware of, and that has to do with only one set of circuitry. So if you were to go ahead and, no, not that color, this will work. So if you want to make sure that a lever can only be triggered in one direction, which that can be done, then it's quite simple for you to set up. So we just go ahead and set up like this, and then you put down your repeater, and then you put down your block, and you put down your redstone torch. Now this is where you stop if you want the circuit to activate when you flip the lever off. However, if you want the circuit so that when the lever is turned on, then you simply go ahead and put two torches down just like this. And obviously you're also going to need to stagger them just like we did right here. So now let's actually go ahead and get into the actual building of the circuit itself. And it's actually quite easy to do once you understand what's going on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put down a redstone torch. And I'm going to do all the rest of these off camera because I only need to show you guys this once. So then you take your building block, you're going to come out just like this. Now you need to determine how much of a delay that you are going to want in order to set this up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this up to 8 repeaters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And again, you can make this customizable to whatever you want. I'm just going to set up all of these to 8 repeaters just to make things a bit easier, but how long you make yours is completely up to you. So then now you want to take, now I compared a repeater, set down to 4 ticks all the way across. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then now what you want to do is you take your blocks again and you want to come out just like this and a block like this. Now what you want to do is you want to take your redstone dust and run it along this line just like this. And this is going to end up going into a redstone torch. Now, I do want to go ahead and mention that, again, depending on how long you make this, you may actually end up having to make this line longer or shorter. It's not going to be just one block out. It may be several blocks out, depending on how you build this. But that's pretty much how you build it. So let me quickly go ahead and build the rest of it, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay, just want to let you guys know something. I changed my mind. I'm not going to set all these to 8 repeaters in delay. I'm going to change them up a bit because obviously if you guys are building this for yourself, you're not going to set them all to the exact same delay. Now, something I do want to quickly mention right now, let's say you encounter a problem like this, where your redstone lines are now connecting to each other. How do you fix that? Well, any Minecraft redstone engineer would know that there's actually a very easy way to fix this problem. You just simply do this. This prevents the lines from actually being able to come up to each other. So as you can tell, if I break this block, there's a line of redstone connecting these two. However, it's not the case with these two blocks, so go ahead and do that. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish setting all this up, and I'll meet you guys back in a moment. Okay, once you have all your circuits set up, this is what you should be looking at, or at least this is a basic example of what you should be looking at. Yours is obviously going to be different from mine, but here's what you do from here. Now, we have to hook all these torches into a single AND gate. But before we can hook these torches to a single AND gate, we actually have to hook them up individually. You have to hook these two torches together. We have to hook these two torches together, and since this one alone, you really don't have to worry about that. So first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and put a block in front of both of, well, not in this case, in front of both of them torches. In this particular case, you're only putting one block down. But what you want to do is you want to put a redstone repeater down in front of both torches. Then the next thing you want to go ahead and do is put blocks down just like this, and then you want to put a piece of redstone dust in between. Now you're going to go ahead and take a block just like this, and your torch goes right here. So now if we go ahead and break these two redstone lines to give it a test, if we break this piece of redstone dust, it turns the torch off, which is what we want. And if we come back up and do the same thing, and the torch again turns back off, which is what we want. So let me go ahead and quickly set the rest of these two up. So now we have all these set up. Now hooking them all up together is actually quite simple to do. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put a block down in front just like this. And then you want to connect all these blocks together. And what you want to do next is you want to place a line of redstone dust along all of these. Go ahead and place your redstone torch right here. Now actually it does not have to be right here. I would recommend placing it in the direct center, because then you know the redstone is going to reach. But because this is a small AND gate, I don't need to worry about that. So then the next thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and take a block out just right here, and you're going to go ahead and put a repeater down here. You're going to take another block just like this, and you're going to place a block right here. Now we're going to go ahead and take our two droppers. We're going to place a dropper facing down just like this, and we're also going to be placing a dropper facing the other direction into the other hot dropper, which, come to think of it, this is going to make things a little bit easier. There we go. So let me go and patch this up. There you go. So this is what you should end up with. Now what you want to do from here is you want to go ahead and take a comparator output, and you want to put it right here, and you're going to take a repeater and you're going to place it down right here. That's going to increase the signal strength all the way. Now just to be clear, if a redstone, if an item is in this dropper and this comparator is on, is not going to end up affecting this repeater, because repeaters take the input from directly behind it, and because the only thing behind this repeater is this torch, nothing is going to end up happening, so you don't have to worry about that. And then now what you want to do is you want to also put a block down right here with a repeater facing into it. And then the last thing you need to do, well actually not the last thing you need to do, but one of the last things you need to do is wire up all of your redstone together. Now, to be completely honest, you are actually going to end up needing more repeaters just to hook this up. Only because otherwise you're not going to have enough power. So let's go 1, 2, actually I don't think I want to go this way, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then put a repeater down here. Now you're not going to use the same number as I am, but I'm just counting this now so I know how far to go. So then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go to max. And then put more redstone dust. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the last thing you want to go ahead and do is you want to go ahead and put an item into one of your droppers. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the item into this dropper for right now, because as you can see, the lamp is now on. If I go ahead and push this button right now, it's going to turn our lamp off. So then once you have everything set up, you need to test to make sure your code actually works. So in this case, I need to turn this lever off first, and then this lever needs to be turned on, and then this lever needs to be turned on. So let's see if I can get this right first try. And I did get it first try. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. And as I showed before, you do not need to worry about accidentally flipping the wrong switch, because once your redstone output is turned on, it stays permanently on until you activate your other piece of redstone to turn it back off. And that's pretty much the entire redstone setup for you guys. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.